Hey, what's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a good day today. Now, the two news stories we're going to be talking about today all surround the announcement that apparently Ubisoft is going towards a free-to-play model when it comes to the next video games that they're going to be releasing. No longer it's going to be the AAA games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Division 2, stuff like that. They're going towards a free-to-play model for the next games they're going to be developing. However, they say in the long-term effort, they want to make the admission that these free-to-play games are going to be AAA quality. I don't know what that means, honestly, to me, just make a game that's fun to play. Like, you make a fun, engaging game to play, that's all I care about. I don't care about anything. As long as you're giving me a game that I can have fun, I can spend thousands of hours to play, hundreds of hours, playing your game, having fun, playing with friends, having a good time. I don't care if it's free or I pay $60, $70, $80. I just want to have a fun, entertaining experience in the game that you are developing. So I want to give you guys my opinion about this free-to-play model that apparently Ubisoft is going towards, because this also goes with this announcement of apparently they're making a free-to-play version of the Division game. Apparently they're calling it Division Heartland, which I live in the Midwest. I live in the Heartland, so I'm kind of excited about this because I always wanted to see like what the Division storyline would look like in the Midwest when it comes to suburban areas, some city centers and stuff like that, and see like kind of what they can do with the Division storyline. But again, I'm a little concerned. I'm concerned because we are going towards a free-to-play model. Now, what does that mean? Other games have done free-to-play models in the past. You have the game that I've been playing quite a bit, which is Star Wars: The Old Republic, which at the time was a subscription-based game, but went towards a free-to-play model. You have World of Warcraft, you have all these games out there that are free-to-play, that are MMORPGs, that still have a pretty good audience, and they still have a good model when it comes to free-to-play gaming experience. They sell these games, they sell cosmetic items to make up for, people not buying the game or, making that $60, $70 purchase. Another good example would be Warzone. Now, Warzone is a free-to-play. It's just Battle Royale with, I think there's a couple of game modes here and there that you can play, within Warzone. But the way that Activision makes money is they sell cosmetics. Now, if somebody wants to play Warzone, they can play it just that BR mode. They can buy the cosmetic items that they see that are cool things. But I want to also add this too. Just because Warzone is a free-to-play game does not mean it's not without its problems. With one of the biggest factors in Warzone, because it's free-to-play, is hacking. Hacking is a terrible issue in Warzone that still to this day, I don't know if Activision still plans on doing it. Yeah, they can ban free-to-play players all day and night, but still, it's free-to-play. People can create a new account and still play in the game. So how does that relate to, what Ubisoft is doing? I don't know. One thing, at least where Activision, they still deal with cheaters, and it's a free-to-play game. So not saying that a free-to-play game is bad. It can be done. Other games have done it in the past. What direction is Ubisoft going to take it when it comes to the Assassin's Creed, series, the Division, Rainbow Six, hell, even Splinter Cell, which is one thing that hasn't been made in a long time. Damn it, Ubisoft, make a Splinter Cell game. That's what we want. Make a Splinter Cell game, for the love of God. Give me Sam Fisher. So, but also too, you also have, Ghost Recon and stuff like that. So I'm saying this as somebody that enjoys the content that Ubisoft makes, but is still nervous by what they could do, and is it going to be fun? Is it going to be engaging content in the future? So let's go over this first article real quick, which is a free-to-play game, The Division, is on the way. So this was a couple of days ago, I think close to a week ago that this was announced, was that The Division is coming out with a free-to-play game that is called The Division Heartland. So Ubisoft will release a standalone free-to-play game in its ongoing Tom Clancy series called The Division Heartland. And while it didn't provide many details, it did say Red Storm Entertainment, the studio author Tom Clancy co-founded in 1996, has developed the Heartland, blah, blah, blah. They are shooting between a 2021 and a 2022 release. Now, again, like I said, this announcement came out before Ubisoft, I believe, announced that they're going towards a free-to-play model, which, again, like I said, look, I love The Division. I love the storyline. I love the gameplay. It's something that's very fun. Could I see something like this as a free-to-play model that can be done very well? I think yes. The Division, the way it's done right now, you pay $60, you can play the game. There's PvP content, there's PvE content, you can co-op and stuff like that. It's a good game. It is a really nice RPG game that I enjoy. However, how is that going to be done in free-to-play? Now, one thing that, at least in the Division, what they do in that game is they do sell cosmetic items. However, you can still earn cosmetic items in that game. You know, there's certain caches and stuff like that. As you rank up, you earn these free caches to unlock to get cosmetic items and stuff like that. But could they go away to where it's a free-to-play game where that's all it is? It's cosmetic items you have to pay for, but you play the game. Now, with a free-to-play game, does that hurt quality? Like, you were paying $60, $70, $80 depending on what version of the Division you know, Division 1 or Division 2 got. Is a free-to-play game going to hurt on quality? It is really hit and miss, because some games, you know, strive very highly from free-to-play models, Fortnite being one of the best examples out there, a BR game that has a free-to-play model with a battle pass and stuff like that. So I want to have high hopes for the Division 2 or for Heartland. If it's going to be a free-to-play, I think it's going to be able to draw in a lot of players with, you know, that upfront $60 cost to gain admission into the game. But will the quality of the game suffer from it? I don't know. I want it to be successful because I enjoy the series. I enjoy the storyline. I enjoy everything that the Division has to offer. I enjoy the Tom Clancy series, you know, Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six, all that stuff. It's just one thing that I kind of wonder, at least when it comes to free-to-play models, what Ubisoft is wanting to do. I said, like they said, we'll go into the next article about how they are saying that they want to make these AAA games, but they want it to be free-to-play. So they have ambitions for these free-to-play games to be AAA, you know, quality and whatnot. But again, there's only certain games out there that, you know, are widespread known. You know, when it comes to WoW. I mean, even with Star Wars: The Old Republic, it's not really too much of a AAA. I mean, there's some great things here and there, but when it comes to the other quality of games, it's not really there. I enjoy the Star Wars: The Old Republic game. That's why I subbed to it. But, I mean, like, you know, you have Warzone that's a free-to-play game. That's AAA. I would say even Fortnite's a AAA now for the amount of stuff that they have in that game, with the quality of content they provide for that free-to-play game, even though it's just BR. So, let's get into this article as well and just kind of give you guys my impression. So, Ubisoft just had its full earnings call for the last financial year. Part of the goal is that the call is that to tell people we have invested large amounts of money into the company, what said company plans to do in the next year to make them even more money. In Ubisoft's case, that means explaining what kinds of big money-making games they might have for the release in the future. Now, this is the one thing, too, that I'm not talked about. Free-to-play games, at least for these studios, it's all about money. It's all about the green. The funny thing is, at least when it comes to us as players, we want good, quality, engaging playtime. We want good gameplay. That's what we want. But for these companies, it's all about the money. They have to make profit. They have investors in their game, or, you know, for their studios and stuff like that. So they need to make money. There's two different types of goals that are out there between what the company wants and what players want. Sometimes when it comes to video games, they do interlock and they do, you know, mesh very well to where the studio is taking care of the players, making engaging, you know, gameplay with some cosmetic items shuffled in there. However, sometimes that might not be the case. So, look, I think there's a lot of things out there when it comes to Ubisoft and what they're saying. And even here, what I said was, additionally, we are building our high-end free-to-play games to be trending towards a AAA ambition over the long term. What's the long term? 2, 3, 4 years? You know, 6 months, something like that. What is the long term? It doesn't really say in here. But look, over the years that Ubisoft has been making some really great games, from the Assassin's Creed series, Rainbow Six series, Splinter Cell. Jesus, please give me another Splinter Cell game, for the love of God. Far Cry games, Watch Dogs, and the Division, and so many more that Ubisoft has been able to create, have been AAA games that people have been paying $60, $70, $80 and been having fun, engaging experiences. You know, even, you know, thinking back to Rainbow Six, or even, you know, Assassin's Creed with season passes, or Ghost Recon and stuff like that. They do have season passes in them that people will buy to build more and more on it. But is that making the most money when it comes to what Ubisoft is wanting to make for its investors and for its employees? I don't know, man. It scares me to know that it seems like a lot more game developers. I mean, EA is another one. You know, Apex Legends is another example of a free-to-play game where cosmetic items are the way that it makes some money. Is there success in it? And the funny thing is I think what's happening is that these companies are seeing success with that. And that's what they're going to be going towards, to where they're making the most money. But again, like I said, is that going to be the best? Like, look, I understand that these companies don't really give two craps about players by any means. All they want is you to buy their product. You know, gameplay be damned. But at least as players, we're wanting something to have fun in. We're wanting to have something to spend thousands of hours in, and something to be like, hey, you know what? You earned my money, you earned my dollar. I want to play this game, and I want to spend money in this game that I enjoy and like on the cosmetic items. So where's that balance at? I don't know. And will Ubisoft be able to find that balance between being able to create a free-to-play game that's engaging with cosmetic items to draw in, you know, purchases, and also make a fun, engaging gameplay for where players are spending thousands of hours in game playing it, have a good time, and saying, you know what, because you have a fun, engaging game in, I'm gonna play, or I'm gonna buy some cosmetic items in this game to show support to Ubisoft. No matter if it's Assassin's Creed free-to-play, Ghost Recon, Division, you know, stuff like that. But to me, it has me concerned. But I think with other examples like Fortnite, Warzone, and stuff like that, there is a way to where you can create, over the long term, a AAA style type of game in a free-to-play model. But again, you know what? I look at this and I still have concerns that this is all about making money and not making a fun, engaging experience. I will pay $60, $70, $80 for a game that I know is going to be a fun, good AAA game that was, you know, had a lot of dedication and taken care of in that game to make sure it was a fun gaming experience for players. When it comes to free-to-play games, I mean, good heavens, man, you have to make sure that gameplay is good to keep people hooked into it, to where they have the incentive to buy cosmetics. So it'll be interesting to see at least what Ubisoft does, but at least wanted to give you guys my opinion about it. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about the Division Homeland, you know, that being, you know, one of Ubisoft's drives for a free-to-play game, and kind of seeing where it goes. What other free-to-play games, if you guys want to see, you know, between Assassin's Creed, Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, Watch Dogs, all these different types of games. What would you like to see a free-to-play game compared to what the Division apparently is wanting to do? And please let me know in the comments below, do you guys want to see a Splinter Cell game? I want to so bad. Bring me Sam Venture back. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Please have a great rest of the day, and I look forward to talking to you guys all next time.